Hello and welcome to the Norseman Newsflash. I'm this week's host, Jesse Ilio. This Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday, so let's head it off with Nate Polite with his Super Bowl preview.
Hello everybody and welcome to the 2021 Saga Network Super Bowl preview. I'm your host, Nate Polite. Chiefs, Buccaneers, Mahomes, Brady in the Super Bowl. They played in an AFC championship before, but they're in the Super Bowl this time, February 7th on CBS. Let's break down how both teams got to the playoffs and eventually to the big game. We'll start with the Bucs. March 20th, 2020, they signed Tom Brady, the most successful man in football history, to their active roster. Expectations went from middle of the ground to sky high. They started their season through the first 13 games 8-5. That's a bit of a shaky start for what they were expected to be. That's not really where a lot of people saw them as. A lot of people had them winning their division. They didn't. Finished the season 11-5, won the last 3 games of the regular season. Went wild card weekend against the Washington football team. 31-23, a sound victory. The defense was a little bit iffy against Taylor Heineke, but the offense firing on all cylinders, just like they had been for the 3 weeks prior to that, like they'd been expected to do all season long. Then they went to go face the Saints in New Orleans. The Saints held them to 26 points combined in their 2 matchups this regular season. The Bucs scored 30 alone in the playoffs, 30-20. Brady beat Breeze and went on to the NFC Championship game where they would take on the Packers on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, a historically difficult place to play. But once again, Tom Brady, he thrives in the cold. He played in New England for, 18, 19 years? So cold didn't bother him. It was a 31-26 defeat of the Packers to send the Bucs to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2002. Now let's look at the Chiefs, defending Super Bowl champions most of the time. That's the peak for a team. They'll be on the downhill from there. But this year the Chiefs actually look a lot better than they did last year, which is crazy to say because they were unstoppable last year. They've been even more unstoppable this year, 14-2. Those 2 losses. One loss was a shootout against the Las Vegas Raiders. The other one, a meaningless Week 17 game in which they rested most of their starting players. So being led by Mahomes, the Chiefs were 14-1 in the regular season and 2-0 so far in the playoffs. In the playoffs, they got the wild card bye, so they went right to the divisional. Had to host the Cleveland Browns. It was a bit of a scare as Patrick Mahomes suffered a concussion mid-game and had to leave. Chad Henne was able to keep things together. Chiefs won that game 22-17. On the way to the AFC Championship, Mahomes was cleared to play against Buffalo, and it wasn't close. The Chiefs waxed the Bills. It was a 14-point win, but it might as well have been a 70-point win. The Bills weren't touching Kansas City that game. It was as easy a win as anyone has had this season. So it's going to be tough to stop the Chiefs. They take on the Bucs in the Super Bowl. We'll be right back with predictions from myself and from Aiden Fishwick. But now, let's go ahead and see what you guys said on the Valhalla ASB Instagram poll. And as you can see, 71% of you guys took the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers. Just those 29 of you picking the Bucs. Not a lot of faith in Tom Brady, the man who has won more Super Bowls than most franchises. Interesting. Let's go to mine and Aiden's picks.
Hi, I'm Aiden Fishwick, and my prediction for the Super Bowl 55 is the Chiefs winning and Patrick Mahomes getting MVP.
So now it's time for my predictions. Obviously, 2 borderline unstoppable offenses. For the Chiefs, you've got Patrick Mahomes. He's in his 3rd active season. He's won an MVP for the league. He's won an MVP for the Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl. So he's borderline unstoppable. He's got weapons galore. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman, Travis Kelce, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Le'Veon Bell. The list goes on and on and on. And it's the same for Tom Brady. He's one of the greatest to ever play the game. Some may say the greatest. I won't. That's still Peyton Manning. And he's got Mike Evans. He's got Chris Godwin. If Antonio Brown is cleared to play for the Super Bowl, he's got Antonio Brown. He's got O.J. Howard. He's got Cameron Brate. He's got Leonard Fournette. It's just endless weapons on both sides of the ball. So it's going to be a high-scoring affair. Let's not pretend like it's not going to be. I'm thinking probably 30-plus on both sides of the ball. And it's really the only way you're going to stop either offense is to get turnovers. I mean, the Packers, they got 3 interceptions off of Brady in the NFC Championship. Still couldn't win the game, but they got the turnovers. But again, both teams have been rather stingy with the ball. I think Patrick Mahomes has only ever thrown one interception, and that was in the Super Bowl last year when it comes to the playoffs. Tom Brady and the Bucs, they actually have the best turnover differential throughout the playoffs this season. So it'll be interesting to look at. And as for my prediction, as enticing as it would be to pick the Chiefs to go back-to-back, I have learned from years of watching football that there's one thing you don't do, and that is pick against Tom Brady. So I am predicting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win Super Bowl 55, their team's second ring, and Brady adds another to his collection. It's going to be a close one. I think Brady's the MVP. I'm thinking probably it's going to be within one score, obviously. Both teams will get over 30 or at least near 30. I'm thinking 36-28 Tampa is your final score of Super Bowl 55. Brady gets ring number 7, and the Bucs get ring number 2. That's all I got, Norseman. Thanks for watching the Saga Network Super Bowl preview. Hope you enjoyed the game Sunday, February 7th on CBS.
Thank you, Nate. This Monday, the 1st of February, is Odin's Procession. We have a student here who has made a talking about the Odin Spirit Week challenge by Sandy Basaka.
What's up, Norseman? It's your girl Sandy, and I'm here to announce our first annual Battle of the Classes Spirit competition happening on February 1st, during Odins. For our returning students, we all know how important Odins is. For our incoming students, you might not know what Odins is. Here's Miss Goofy and Miss Felch explaining a little bit about Odins.
Hey Norsemen, we're so excited for you all to help participate in the 32nd anniversary of Odin's Procession.
Yes, Mr. Greenart, we're both new employees, so we are actually going to be joining you in this tradition, and we're so excited to walk under that rainbow bridge, touch the hammer, and be initiated Norsemen. Yeah! So please join us on Monday.
Freshmen, if you're still not convinced on how truly important Odins is, here's some of our students from the graduating class of 2020 explaining a little bit about their experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Haley Casadish, and I'm from the graduating class of 2020. Odins has always been one of my very favorite days at Valhalla. I love how the entire campus becomes so unified, where everyone wears orange and white and shows their spirit. Touching the hammer is a symbol for the beginning of your high school journey, and so many memories are going to be made in these next 4 years, so really embrace it, and you'll realize that Valhalla is going to become your second home, just like it did mine. I encourage you all to participate, go all out, have so much fun, and may the most spirited class win.
Let's take a look at some examples of what your submissions might look like. The class with the most amount of submissions wins this competition. And may the best class win.
Juniors!
Go seniors!
Go Norsemen!
Go Valhalla! Class of 2024!
Go Juniors!
Let's go, class of 23!
Let's go, Juniors. Let's win this competition.
Go Seniors, we got this.
Let's go, Juniors!
Hey, Norsemen. Go Valhalla class of 2021.
Let's go, Juniors! Go Valhalla! Class of 2024! Let's go, Valhalla! You got this!
Wow, that was really great. So we got another student here whose name is Logan Murphy, and he has made a package about Among Us. It's still popular, right?
Hello everybody, my name is Logan Murphy, and today I'm reporting on the recently popular game Among Us, one you might have heard of or even played. The game is a murder mystery type game where there are 1 to 3 imposters, and the up to 7 other players must find out who they are by watching each other's behaviors. You might wonder, when did this game become popular? Why did it become popular? And has the game lost its popularity? All will be answered in this video. Among Us was first created in June of 2018. It wasn't until July of 2020 that the game began to gain mass popularity due to online video game streamers playing the game on their platform. Among Us gained so much popularity that even those who had never had interest in video games were familiar with Among Us. One person who had heard of the game was Brooklyn Murphy.
So when did you first hear about Among Us?
I first heard about Among Us in like September, October through TikTok. I think it started to be popular because James Charles started to play it, and then he posted about it, and then just people wanted to start playing it, and it just got popular. I think until like halfway into 2021, people just lose interest in the game because it's getting boring.
Our interview with Brooklyn gave us an interesting perspective from someone who doesn't play video games. But what would someone who does play video games have to say? To find out, we're going to be interviewing Connor Holberg, someone who does play video games. So what features in the game do you think led to Among Us being so popular around the world?
I think the fact that it was free to play on iOS and Android. It is different from other games, other murder mysteries to be particular, and that it's just overall fun to play with your friends. I think the game will die out 2022, seeing the fact that I just keep on seeing more and more people play it on different platforms.
While Among Us may have already hit its peak popularity, it still continues to be played by over 100,000 people daily. If you're interested in playing the game, it's available in the App Store, Google Play Store, and Steam. This has been Logan Murphy reporting on Among Us, wishing you a good day.
That's all for today. Thank you guys for coming over to Orange Nation TV and staying here with me of this week's host, Jesse Ilio. See you guys later.